Hi everybody, Josiah here, also known as Chilling Silence, and it's rather late here. It's 9 o'clock at night in New Zealand, but that's okay because we've just been pushed over the 500,000 DigiByte mark in our fundraiser for ProgPoW. So, thank you to Rutger for 22,618. I've always thought it was a little bit odd how the Europeans use a decimal point instead of a comma. But that's okay, 22,000 DigiByte, so thank you so much, and we can go along here and we can see we have reached, actually we've just gone over 5,000 DigiByte as a result of that, so that's fantastic, thank you so much. Thank you to the community and everybody who has donated to this, it's really great to see. Now I have had a chat with Kristy-Leigh, and she's basically said that she doesn't want to accept that until she's actually got the commit to us, which is really quite nice, obviously, very noble, great to see. So obviously we're grateful for that she's not kind of, well actually she hasn't asked for anything to begin with, so this is very much, like I mentioned in the original post, us showing our appreciation. So, community, thank you for raising that, it's great to see. Now, in case you are curious, I have put up a Medium post here, and I have gone into a whole bunch of details about a little bit of history. It wouldn't be an article for me without a little bit of history, but specifically, we can scroll down here and we've got a whole bunch of details about what you can expect in the future. Bit of timeline, what's going to happen, how long it's going to roughly take. It's very ballpark, like I mentioned this up here, it is ballpark, but it is a bit of an educated guess given we've done this. I think I've been involved in the last 3 or 4 times this has happened for DigiByte, so yeah, it's an educated guess. But that's fantastic to see. So again, thank you to the community. This is really awesome. Now, we do have a message here as well from Jared. Jared has basically said we must make sure that DigiByte stays truly decentralized long into the future. And I genuinely believe that both ProgPoW and RandomX are going to make huge strides for us in that area. He says we must make sure no one gains an upper hand, myself included, which I think is very noble and very honourable of him to include himself in that. This is also myself why I have, for example, specifically declined access to the DigiByte Coin Twitter account and a whole bunch of other little things like that. I myself also don't want to become any kind of central point of failure, if you know what I mean. So as I mentioned to him here, I think it's great that he's been doing things like this, like handing over DigiByte.io to the likes of Murat and Nigel to look after, and as a result we've seen there is now currently, actually how many has he said down here? 33, now 34 soon, 34 languages on the DigiByte.io website in just the last, 6 to 8 weeks. That is awesome, and it's so great to see that progress that is happening. So, I did actually have a bit of a chat with Jared today. Now, there was a few things that we covered off, and so he wholeheartedly agrees that SHA-256 is the most sensible one for us to be replacing at this time. It makes the most sense given the hash rate that DigiByte is relative to the global hash rate. So, he also agrees that ProgPoW, fantastic for DigiByte, and it sounds like it's a really great way forward. Thirdly, though, we've all, so I was talking with him, I was talking with Rudy, and Hans, and Rutger, and some others as well, and we all agree that this is not something that is going to be happening next week. And this is not the expectation that we want to be giving. So again, coming back to here as well, I specifically, I talk about it, and I talk about how long certain things are likely to roughly take, to give you a bit of an idea if you feel like going through and reading it. Now, we've also agreed that we need to be doing a ton of testing, so if you are interested in helping out with this testing, with the migration from, say, SHA-256 to ProgPoW, with just the general testing of the upcoming 8.19, all of that sort of juicy good stuff, super keen for any help that we can get. Same goes for if you are interested in helping contacting both exchanges, mining pools, applications, and other service providers that run on top of it, wallet providers, just all of those kinds of things. We're going to need a lot of help. It is a monumental undertaking, but it is something that we've done before. We can do it again. We know how to do it, and it's not going to be a problem. And then finally, he's basically also said that he is definitely busy with other things at the moment. You've seen what he's doing with his masks, what he's been doing with his other projects that he's building on top of DigiByte. He's still wrapping up the last bits of his book and things like that, which has been keeping him incredibly busy. So, yeah, he's basically sort of said, fantastic that the community, and we can also see this here in the tweet as well, are still picking up and running with it. So I just want to give him a bit of a shout out there. I think it's very honorable for him to intentionally make sure that he is not the point of centralization there in the blockchain or anything, and it's very, very commendable. So we're going to leave it on that. If you do have any further, I suppose, questions, feel free to check out this article. It's a great article that covers a lot of the kind of the common things I've been seeing both on Twitter and on Telegram recently. If you do have more questions, you can reach out on Twitter, or you can hit me up in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you at all. Consider leaving a like, subscribe, hit the share button. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to want to celebrate with us. So thank you to everybody. I know there's been a lot of people who've donated everything from 1 to 100,000 DigiByte, and it's absolutely fantastic we've been able to raise that. I'm really looking forward to this next chapter in the DigiByte blockchain. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.